leaders make decisions to go to war, make peace, create atmosphere for diplomatic relations, and impose trade sanctions. Oftentimes, external and domestic factors have affected foreign policy decisions of different nations. We're going to look into these three topics in the course of this lesson: foreign policy, international conflicts, and terrorism. But first, before we continue with the lesson, we're going to see the meaning of foreign policy. Foreign policy, a country's foreign policy is a set of goals concerning how the country will relate to other countries in the world. How a country relates with other countries of the world, other nations of the world. At every stage of a nation's development, it becomes very imperative for countries to refresh their foreign policies to drive economic and social programs for the good of the people. The Nigerian foreign policy has for many years focused on Africa and the well-being of the black man across the world. Foreign policies are designed to promote a country's economic interests, national interest, and national security. In some democratic governments, the head of state and the executive are responsible for creating the country's foreign policy. In Nigeria, the president and the minister of external affairs are responsible for formulating Nigeria's foreign policy. Okay, now those foreign policies usually change when a government is elected or comes into power. Factors influencing foreign policy in Nigeria: political interests, okay, security. Now, Nigeria's foreign policy in Africa is to be the giant of Africa. Again, factors influencing foreign policy in Nigeria: first is political interest, the second is security. Improving Nigeria's image was the cornerstone of Obasanjo's foreign policy, okay? Then security, ECOMOG, the West African Peace Monitoring Force, has made peacekeeping missions in Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, and Nigerians send troops to all those countries, okay? Now we're going to look at the meaning of international conflict. International conflicts, this refers to conflicts between different nation states and conflicts between people and organizations in different nation states. Talking about conflicts, you might not be an outdoor person, but your friend likes hunting, hiking, playing, and other outdoor activities. Maybe you practice different religion with your friend or different ethnic background. The great thing is that this difference will not in any way hinder your friendship. Okay, sadly, the state of acceptance has been true in history. Okay, we could see many conflicts arising from cultural, religion, ethnic differences. Different group of people have gone, okay, to do work as regards conflict. In 1994, Cameroon asked the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, to rule on a dispute with Nigeria over who had sovereignty over the Bakassi Peninsula, okay? The oil-rich peninsula is a strip of land on the border between Nigeria and Cameroon. So the ICJ ruled in favor of Cameroon. So the UN Secretary General, then Kofi Annan, hosted a meeting with the president of both countries. Let's look at the meaning of terrorism. Terrorism is the unlawful use of violence or threats, especially to pursue political or religious aims. Okay, the world we know today is full of lots of terrorist attacks, okay? Now, terrorism is that unlawful use of violence or threats, especially in political arenas. Now, terrorism has been on the rise worldwide in recent decades. We could even see the one that is happening in Nigeria, the Boko Haram, around Cameroon and all those areas in the northeastern region of Nigeria. We have the bombing of the U.S. Embassy in Kenya. We have the attack at the World Trade Center, September 11, okay? And all the activities of terrorist group, the abduction of the Chibok girls in Nigeria in 2014, the bombing, the shootings that are happening everywhere around the world, okay? Terrorist attack has been on the surge and the rise in recent past, and there is need for different governments of the world to put in foreign policies that will help address these issues and nail them to the board. Now, we are going to look at a clip as regards the bombing of the US. Yes, the bombing of the US, the World Trade Center in September 11. That was a major hit that happened during that period. The images you're seeing before you is the conflicts that happened on Bakassi Peninsula. So terrorism, it's not a art. It's the use of extreme public violence to intimidate and cause terror in the goal of achieving a political aim. Terrorists are they are terrorist group are organizations that always declare war on different countries, and they carry out an organized attack. At the end of the day, they bring down the people to be in fear, and they cause a lot of destruction, the attack, and they cause violence, they cause danger, and they use all manner of weapons to inflict a lot of injuries and destruction on the people. So we're going to watch this clip, like I said earlier, on the World Trade Center in the United States of America. That was September 11, 2001. Osama bin Laden and his group, they attacked the US. So, first of all, we'll look at the causes of international conflicts. First, conflict over territory, conflict over political systems, conflict over natural resources, conflict over trade, military domination, and migration. All these are various causes of conflict. So let's look at the clip now.
September 11th, 2001. At 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, an American Airlines Boeing aircraft crashes into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. A little later, at 9:03 a.m., a second airliner crashes into the South Tower and explodes. At the time, US President George W. Bush visited a school class in Sarasota, Florida. An employee whispers to him what had occurred near the Hudson River in New York City a few minutes earlier. What after the first impact had still looked like an accident, now turned out to be the worst and most insidious terrorist attack on the United States since World War II, when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. At 9:43 a.m., a third aircraft crashed into the Pentagon, and a fourth plane that was most likely supposed to destroy the White House crashed near Pittsburgh. At 10:07 a.m. the South Tower collapses, and at 10:27 a.m. the North Tower of the World Trade Center follows. America is in shock. Public life is thrown into chaos. Images of surveillance cameras at the airports and the passenger list of the hijacked planes quickly make it clear that radical Islamists were behind the terrorist attacks. Islamist leader Osama bin Laden, believed to be under the protection of the Taliban in the Afghan mountains, and his terrorist network Al-Qaeda come under suspicion. A lot of conspiracy theories have since swirled around the perpetrators and the possible background for the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. The terrorist attacks on the United States claim the lives of more than 3,000 people. The date 9/11 marks a turning point. With the US war on terror, the world would change permanently. New concepts of enemies were created, this time between the Orient and Occident.
So from this clip, you've seen the September 11, 2001 attack on the World Trade Center in New York, United States of America. So in this lesson, we have discussed foreign policy, Nigerian foreign policy to be precise. Okay, we've said that policies are designed to promote our country's economic interest, and national security. We've seen international conflicts, okay, the one between Nigeria and Bakassi Peninsula, and we have seen terrorism and watched the clip on a US attack. Okay, thank you for listening. Please try and upload your assignments properly. See you soon. Thank you very much.